Nobody expects that, but a lot of it, we were out of position. But even when we got in position, I tell you what, we didn't get him on the ground, and have to give him his credit. I don't think it was fatigue. I think a lot of times it's just poor tackling. We'll see. When I check the film, not disappointed in our effort. I thought the kids played hard, but we didn't play very well. I mean, there were a lot of things we weren't lined up correctly, and a lot of things kids didn't fit the run well. And as I said, when we got there, we didn't always get them on the ground.
Change things for the second half, a little more four-man front. I mean, you tried some different things.
Not really. I mean, we can't try to come in and get our kids understand a couple of schemes they were using that we had not seen. They spread us out more than they've been spreading people out, and started running the football on the edge and put it on the board, chalked it up, and that's about the end of it. We ran about the same things in the beginning of the game we did later in the game, only when the score got to a point that it was, and the ball control aspect of it, we started loading the box a little bit. But wasn't a whole lot of difference in the calls, just we just didn't play well.
What about the failed pickup of the fumble there that would have given you possession?
Well, in a game like this, all that kind of stuff can, turn a ball game, and if you're sitting there watching it, on the overall picture, anything like that can be a huge play, like a ball hitting upright on a field goal. But, what we're concerned about is how poorly we played. We didn't play well assignment-wise. There were a lot of things that had come in at halftime. The kids not executing what we'd worked on, and seemed to be confused by a couple of new formations. And then we didn't really tackle well, I didn't think. A couple times when we missed tackles, we still let them get about 3 or 4 extra yardage. With a guy like Newton, you want a manageable 3rd and 8. You don't want a 3rd and 3. Because, they can run the ball or throw the ball or whatever. And they were getting a lot of yards after contact, even when they didn't break tackles. But overall, I just thought they're very athletic. I thought an offensive line probably better than we thought. I didn't think we got knocked off the ball, but I thought we got blocked, and I thought we never got off blocks, and I'm not sure we fit very well at linebacker, and we didn't get a lot of run support in secondary. And when you do that with a kid like that who can run the football, that's what it's going to turn into. I think they found an itch and kept scratching it, and it could have been one of those games. Had it gone a different way, where statistics are not what I'm worried about, but when that thing got to a point that we did not effectively stop that, we just kept getting it.
This game sort of play out the way that the Clemson game, Auburn game did last week. Auburn sort of struggled a little. They had the touchdown drive at the end of the half tonight. Last week they had a field goal. Then in the second half they seemed like they figured things out and got things rolling.
I don't know. What they do, they come in a ball game. They got a few plays they script, and they're going to try to mix and match and all that. And we were trying to be prepared for that. They hurt us on the long quarterback run. We ran some man pressure, and once he popped the box, everybody was locked on man on the wideouts. And he's got the kind of speed he can get away from you. So that one really hurt. If you take that long run off the board, maybe we manage that drive and get the ball back or whatever. But we had to back off on man pressure because we weren't controlling the box. And we weren't controlling the box. Once he gets out on the edge and you don't have people hemming him up, it just turns into disaster. So you almost take a manage the situation rather than pressure. We came back and pressured it a little bit because we had to.
How important was it the fact that you held them? They missed the field goal, a very makeable field goal. The momentum's on your side, and all of a sudden you guys get the second play, get the turnover, and all of a sudden your guys become on the field at the 25, 26 yard line.
Well, that always hurts, but I mean, we had not helped ourselves either on the field all night long, probably mainly because we were giving up too many first downs. But that was a huge time in the ball game, and we're fortunate they missed the field goal. We didn't block it, we didn't touch it. I don't know if we affected it. He missed it. But the next play, we turned the ball over. The next series, the first 2 plays, we turned the ball over in red zone. I'm sure it was probably tough on our kids, but I mean that's what you got to do. You got to respond right there. If we could have held them to a field goal try again, I think it would have been a big difference in the ball game.
How does your unit respond from this, knowing you got a team that can really run the football coming in against Alabama?
Yeah, and running's running, and I don't take anything away. Auburn runs a very finesse offense with a lot of the motions and the tricks and the shifting, and that's what I think our players really, they're disappointed how we lined up, adjusted, and fit on things. I just thought we were totally confused all the time. Didn't ever seem like we were really sure what we were doing. Alabama, they don't try to trick you. They line up and come right after you. So it would be a whole lot different challenge, but certainly you can run the ball, you can run the ball.
Is this the kind of performance that you're kind of glad you have a week off?
Well, we're glad we have a week off period just to get some people well and all those kind of things. I don't know that it makes that much difference. It's an advantage to have a week off for whoever you're playing. and anytime you get it, I think it's a good time of the year to have one.
Talk about Shaq's performance in his first game tonight.
He is not in football condition.
Yeah.
I think he played very average. I'll have to look at the film and see. I know he made some good plays. I think he caused a fumble on a hit one time, and when he got there, I think he made some good plays. A couple of times I saw him where he really couldn't close and make a play, and I think he's obviously with the inactivity he's had, he's not in top shape. He needs to drop a few pounds and get in his top condition. But I did see him make a few plays, but it wasn't anything outstanding. I know he's going to probably look at the film like all the rest of them and see a lot of things we've got to improve on.
What's the status of Devontae? I understand he's got a concussion.
He had a concussion. I don't have any idea how severe. I would hope and think that it wouldn't go past the 2-week period, which we have right now. Those things right now are being very, everybody's being very cautious on them right now. Kind of filtered down from the NFL.
And you just take an approach with your kids. Hey guys, this is what we didn't do, and just go back to work. I mean, you don't get
do it like I
angry
do every week. Just like every time we have a big win, y'all ask me what we're going to do. We don't take the week off. We just go back and do the same thing we're doing. And not much. You can't reinvent the wheel right now. I think there'll be a lot of things on film that some of the guys are going to see, and they're going to say, "Well, I've been hearing it, and now I finally see it." And hopefully we get it cleaned up and get it fixed up and get them ready.
Thank you, Coach.